Welcome to another episode of Candid Conversations, hosted by yours truly, Tech Coach Ralph, where we are engineered to win. In today's Candid Conversation, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about allergic reactions. Allergic reactions. So, what is the most common allergy for adults? Right? So, looking it up, I see that it says it's shellfish, and then that's followed by peanut and tree nuts. But, so I wonder, is anybody like does everyone have some type of allergy or is everyone allergic to something? I always thought that I wasn't allergic to anything because I'm pretty much able to handle just about I can eat anything, I can be around anything. However, I lately discovered that I am actually allergic to something. What am I allergic to? I get allergic reactions to complaining and sense of entitlement. I just start to sweat and get hot. Like whenever I hear someone complaining, whenever I see someone acting entitled like they deserve something, like, yeah, they deserve something, they're entitled to something, I just start to sweat. I get like, I just can't, I just got to remove myself from the situation. I get real quiet and I'm just like, I can't handle this. Like, this is not the place for me to be in. I have got to go. So, talking about, complaining and allergic reactions, or talking about complaining and entitlement, let's I just want to make this clear. My perspective on just about anything in life is nobody owes you anything. Not even your parents. Nobody owes you anything, right? You have to earn all that you get, right? Not even your parents. What do you mean not even your parents, right? So your parents give you like as you're growing up and you get more responsibility, your parents give you certain tasks, certain chores that you have to do. And if you don't do it, then I don't believe that they should give you whatever you want. You have to start earning everything, right? As a baby, you're getting taken care of, but as you get older, right? Then they start giving you responsibilities that you have to take care of. So if they tell you that, oh, you have to clean up your room and you don't clean up your room, then, maybe you don't get something that you wanted. You don't get to go to this place. You don't get to go to that place. Whatever the case may be, they don't buy you whatever toy you want. You know, um, maybe they should still feed you. I won't go that far that they shouldn't feed you, but there should be. But maybe you don't get to eat that special thing that you wanted. Maybe you just have to eat some vegetables and boiled chicken or something. Who knows? But you have to earn. You know, if you don't work, you don't eat. Right. So let's fast forward a little bit to this entitlement stuff, right? And this complaining and stuff. So I saw the other day somebody posted something about a in an interview. It's satire for the most part, but somebody posted, "Oh, tell me." The interviewer asked, "Tell me about this 3 month job gap in your resume," and the response of the interviewee is, "Tell me about why this position is still open after 6 months and it's been reposted 5 times." And I'm like, "All right, very cute. Don't say that in an interview, um, unless you really don't want the job." You know, um, it's we you got to be more strategic, and you can't let these people telling you this stupid stuff that because they are already where they want to be, and they're playing on your emotions, on your sense of they're putting the sense of entitlement in you so that you can go out there and you can like their page, you can click the like button, you can follow them and all that type of stuff. But guess what? They're not getting you any closer to a job, right? And they're instilling that sense of entitlement in you that it's not going to get you anywhere. And then so I I reposted. I'm like, very cute. Don't do this in an interview, right? Somebody responded, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go back and forth with people and their opinions. Like everyone has an opinion. I have mine, and I go from there. But one thing I did say is like, with these type of posts, people meaning and on the side of the interviewee, they get the sense of entitlement, and the person responded like, "Oh no, I totally disagree," yada yada yada, and it's the companies that are acting entitled, and I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm not even gonna go back and forth. But what I want to say is this, right? You gotta play the game wisely because you're you're here asking for a company to take a chance on you, right? To spend the time to interviewing you. And as mentioned before, interviewing is very, very expensive, right? It takes tons of resources from the company. And I mean, they are trying to land someone to work a job, work a role, which, they have to do what they have to do. But at the same time, it's an expensive process. I can tell you this, uh, like, I don't technically look forward to having to interview a bunch of people, but I have to because we need the people and stuff like that. So now, if I am going into this interview, I'm like, okay, I gotta ask these questions. I gotta figure out about your technical skills, all of this, and you get snarky with me from a question that I'm trying to find out about you. Like one, that's a major turnoff in the interview. I'm like, all right, this person doesn't seem like a team player. They're going to be a headache and stuff like that, right? And I'm asking these questions to find out about you and your history, your mindset, and everything like that. And you're getting snarky. So that's the wrong way to start off an interview, right? But these people who they get these thousands and thousands of likes and followers, on these platforms because they want you to think that, oh, you hold all the cards in your hand, and um, you gotta look at the market, right? Like the housing market. At certain points of the housing market, you have interest rates that are very low. You have tons of properties that are available, and you can get a good deal. On the flip side, there's times where they call it a seller's market where there is a low availability in properties. So they can charge a lot more money for it and there are higher interest rates. So then things slow down, right? The job market is the same way because there are times where there's an influx in open positions for whatever the reason might be. Like recently, there was a lot of remote positions that were opening up, and now there's more on-site positions that are opening up, and less remote. So that now you might get a remote posting, and there's like 600 to 1,000 people applying for it, right? And at the same time, now you want the recruiters for those companies to go through every single of those 1,000 resumes and give every single person a chance. And to make matters worse, then you'll be like this, right? You'll say, "Oh, why is the hiring process so long? It should just be one interview and you're done." Like, why? Like that cool, but why? Why would a company want to do that? Because now, if it's that one and done, and then that person doesn't work out, and it costs them this much money to go through the whole interview process and the hiring process, and then in 3 months the person doesn't work out, and you got to go back to hiring again, and there goes the answer to your question. This is why it was reposted 5 times in the past 6 months. All these stupid these questions that is that sense of entitlement instead of playing the game to win, right? Why don't you focus on having a good answer? Because at the end of the day, if you give a good answer, okay, let's move on. But you want to get snarky, right? You letting these wannabe LinkedIn celebrities or Reddit celebrities or YouTube celebrities, whatever, want to be celebrities, put into your mind that, oh, you can just go in there, you can say whatever you want to whoever you want, and it should be all good, right? No, it doesn't work that way. It really doesn't work that way. You gotta be strategic. You gotta be strategic. I always say in any question that you're going to answer, you have to respond to what value am I going to bring in this answer and to the interviewer and to the company, right? Those three pillars. It's all about value. So getting snarky with your like a person that you don't even know, right? What you guys ever read the book How to Win Friends and Influence People? Is that the right tactic to go with? It doesn't make any sense. But we let these people play on us, right? It's just so many people like they go after these get rich quick schemes, right? And it's like the modern day pyramid schemes now. It's like, oh, I went from making 40K to 250K in 6 months. I took this boot camp or something, right? And now I'm making all this money, and we eat it up. We eat it up. See, but I come in and I say, hey, it's gonna like you might be able to get there, but you have to be very strategic and the way that you move, and you know, you got to sometimes you're gonna have to start at the bottom and you have to maneuver. Will you get to 250K? I don't know. Is it possible? Anything is possible. Is it probable? It depends. There's so many factors that it depends on, right? But like, oh no, I can't rock with that. I want it in 6 months. So then you go, and then 8 months later, you're posting, oh my god, I spent 20K on this program, and I've been applying for hundreds of jobs a day, and nothing. Your resume is trash. You don't have any interview skills. You don't have any experience. You could have got the job where you were making, starting off at like maybe 60, 70, 80K and work your way up through there. But nope, you're chasing that 250K with no experience, no resume. Because last week somebody told you that, oh, they had no experience, they had no experience, they had no education in the field, and they had no something else, right? Who knows, right? But they got hired on the spot. So that's what you're hoping for. That's what you're banking on, right? And then you wonder why you are where you are, because they should take a chance on me. They should hire me. They should do this. They should do that. Nobody has to do anything. You have to work for it. And I think so many people hate that. They have to work for it. I've been seeing like these stories about some unions striking for auto manufacturers and stuff like that, asking for these pay raises and these lowered amount of hours working during the week and stuff like that. And then they interview some of these people and they're in like dire situations, you know, and it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing to better yourself? Why are we so dependent on people taking care of us? Like I I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, right? But I've always seen it as like I gotta take care of myself. I gotta work. I got to do what's necessary so that I don't have to depend on someone doing me a favor. You know, I don't want to depend on somebody doing me a favor. I want to show that I can do the job, that I can add the value, that you're not taking a chance on me. You know, what's the work ethic like? Because now, when you have that entitled mindset, and then somebody goes and they hire you, now it's like that entitled mindset starts to creep into work. Oh, well, that's not my job. Oh, well, I shouldn't do this. Oh, I shouldn't do that. And then the list goes on and on and on, and now it's like, "Oh god, I have to go work with this person." I'm like, I just like, I'd rather just do this myself because I know if I go ask this person to do this thing and they're gonna like, I'm gonna have to spend 30 minutes hearing why they shouldn't have to do it and it's not their job and they weren't hired to do this and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I can just do it myself in like 10 minutes. I was trying to give you an opportunity to have something that you could talk about as why how you're adding value, how like why you're needed, but you want to argue with me about why it's not your job. And I'm like, all right, fine, I'll just do it for you. I just do it myself, right? I'll take care of it myself. And now you don't have that. See, me, the way that I work, in addition to doing what I know is my job, I also go out seeking other things to learn how to do so I can continue to add value. And that's the mindset. Like, how can I add value? Because once you find a way to add value, then people want to work with you. They appreciate you. I don't think people should be appreciated for no reason. That's just me. I don't think people should just appreciated to be appreciated. I don't think like I'm like, what's the value that you bring? Like I don't spend time with many people just to spend time with them. You know? To me, my time is valuable. There's 8,760 hours in a year. I allocate that time ferociously. And the way that I spend that time, it's adding value and being around people who I can add value to and who add value to me. So I'm either learning new things, teaching new things, but complaining doesn't make any sense to me. What value do I get out of complaining? Absolutely nothing. I'd rather be working. I'd rather be creating challenges for Chaos Camp. Shout out to Chaos Camp. But I'd rather be creating challenges, right? Helping you to get better. Volunteer for stuff. Be a team player. Let the snarky attitude go. How does Jocko say it? Like, prioritize and execute? It's not complain, prioritizing. It's just prioritize and execute. And that's what I'm about. That's my goal. I don't know. What do you think? Am I off here? Am I off? But at the same time, if I'm off, who's doing the complaining and who's doing the winning? Who? Right? Are you continuing to level up your skills, leveling up your resume, leveling up how you interview, leveling up the questions that you ask in an interview, right? Be so valuable that they can't resist you. You got to keep pushing forward. Whenever things don't go my way, I don't even think about it. I'm already looking forward to the next opportunity, to the future, to say, okay, what am I gonna do? What's my next step? It's like chess. And maybe that's why I love Brazilian Jiu Jitsu so much because it's a chess match, right? I'm always looking like 5 moves ahead, right? And there are times that, you know, you fail and you learn and you adjust and you keep going. I apply that to everything. And even before I started doing jujitsu, that was my mindset. I'm like, I don't have time to get stuck on what goes wrong, right? I have to keep moving forward. I have to keep winning. putting myself in the best position. I don't think I've ever said that's not my job. I'm like, oh, we need to figure this out. Cool. Guess what? I go and I do this thing that's not my job, and now it's on my resume. And now it becomes a talking point. Use everything as an opportunity for growth, for success, for victory. And once you can do that, you don't think about this terrible mindset, this stupid thought process of, oh, they should do this and they should do that. Nobody owes you a damn thing. If that's the only message you take from this video, nobody owes you anything. Nothing. They don't owe you anything. You have to go out there and get it and earn it, right? Do the work. Put in your part, right? And maybe it's not the first company who appreciates it. Maybe it's not the second company. But as long as you keep moving forward, looking forward, being strategic, maneuvering the right way, asking the right questions, having the right resume, preparing for your interviews properly, it's going to be a much better outcome than if you get snarky and annoying, difficult to deal with. All right? So, I don't know. Maybe I'm off, like I said. Let me know what you think. I am so curious to hear your thoughts. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But if I'm wrong, show me the alternative results of how you are successful in that aspect. All right? So, that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Candid Conversations, hosted by yours truly, Tech Coach Ralph. If you haven't done so yet, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can know every time that we go live. And if you disagree, let me know. We can have a conversation about it, right? And we'll go from there. But until next time, my friends, my family, this is Tech Coach Ralph signing off.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.
Enigmatic Joker.